I know there's an issue with the sound system earlier, so I just want to make sure. If you can hear me back there, okay, please raise your hand. Okay, so the people in the back cannot hear me, FYI to the organizers. I was back there, and I also had a problem seeing the slides, so I know they can't read the introduction, so I'll go without an introduction. I'm a bit nervous because this is my first public speaking event in the last 44 months. I haven't spoken in public like this since October of 2019. So I think some of you can probably relate to that. So I beg for a bit of forgiveness if I stumble a bit because I'm still trying to undo 44 months of public silence. Digital transformation has been top of mind for most business managers and owners for a long time now, actually since the term was first coined back in 2010. Yes, it's been more than a decade since the term digital transformation came about. And while every business owner is interested in undergoing a digital transformation journey, many of them are unsure on how to even just get started. And many of them, when they have gotten started, don't know how far along that journey they've actually gone. So the two most common questions I get from people who I'm coaching through this journey is, number one, how do I get started? And number two, how do I measure the digital maturity of my business? So I hope to be able to answer both of those questions in the next few minutes. Empirical evidence from the last 10 years suggests that digital businesses are inherently more profitable than traditional businesses. And even when a traditional business simply applies some digital technologies to their operations, they already become twice as profitable as other traditional businesses that have not applied it. So why then is a digital business, more profitable than others? I can think of three reasons. Oh, let me check. Yes, okay. I made my slides have bigger letters, so I think you'll be able to read my slides compared to earlier. I can think of three reasons why digital businesses are more profitable than regular businesses. Number one is market reach. A digital business can reach a much wider audience. A digital business can engage with a much larger customer base. A digital business can expand its market reach easier and thereby uncover opportunities for increased sales. Number two is cost efficiency. A digital business can optimize its costs and achieve operational efficiency when they adopt technologies like cloud computing, software as a service solutions, and automation tools. And these digital technologies can streamline their processes, reduce manual efforts, and eliminate inefficiencies, thus reducing their costs. Finally, there's scalability. A digital business can scale operations quickly to meet growing customer demands and realize new market opportunities in order for them to expand their revenue streams. But now, there's actually a fourth reason for a digital business to be more profitable. And that is the ability of a digital business to reap the benefits of artificial intelligence, or AI. Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Alphabet, which is the parent of Google, recently said, artificial intelligence will have a more profound impact on humanity than fire, electricity, and the internet. Andrew Ng, the founder of Google Brain and a former vice president of Baidu, also recently said, AI is like electricity. Just as electricity transformed every major industry a century ago, AI is now poised to do the same. Now, only a digital business can harness the power of AI. AI needs data to do its job, and only a digital business can provide the data that AI needs. But let's set aside AI for now and get back to the question, how to get started with your digital transformation journey. The digital transformation journey of a business is really a search for the answers to three fundamental questions. Question number one, what data does my business collect? Question number two, where does the business keep the data? And question number three, how does the business use that data to increase profitability? So let's have a look at each of those three questions. Number one, what data does the business collect? Well, the truth is almost every single business, I'd say 99% of businesses, collect 6 groups of data. Money data, customer data, employee data, supplier data, materials data, and transactional data that encapsulates the relationships between the first 5. Now, the properties and volume may vary from one business to another, but really all businesses collect these 6 data groups. In the old days, when I was younger, we used to collect them on paper and cards, and we would store them in a filing cabinet. But once computers became affordable to most businesses, the data was collected by computer software and stored in a database application. Which brings us to the next question. Where does the business keep the data? Oh, actually, I already answered that question. The data is collected by computer software and stored in a database application. And by the way, I'd like to also answer the other question at this point of how to get started. Digital transformation starts with the collection and implementation of computer software to collect software data. The most common software used today to collect business data is, guess what? Microsoft Excel. Actually, 1 out of 8 people in the whole world use Microsoft Excel. And to a certain extent, maybe 80% of other people use Google Sheet. Now, Excel is near and dear to my heart because I helped to develop it back at Microsoft in the 80s. It's a wonderful tool for data collection, for data transformation, data analysis. However, it is not a good place to store data. Technical and functional reasons abound on why this is so, but let me give you just one compelling reason why you should not store your business data in Excel. Excel is not a database. It might have database functions, but it is only pretending to be a database. Since Excel is not a database, we should not be storing our business data in it. Therefore, if you're still storing your data in Excel, you have not really begun your digital transformation journey. You haven't even started. Now, to start your digital business transformation, you need to select and implement something else. You need to select and implement what's called ERP software. ERP software collects and stores your data in a proper database. ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning, for those of you who are not familiar with the jargon of our industry. It's a suite of business applications that helps a business manage its processes, its functions, and its resources. It manages all kinds of business data related to finance, related to production, human resource, sales, and marketing. Yes, today's modern ERP systems don't just handle financial data for the accounting department. They can be used for HRIS, CRM, HCM, MRP, and all other 3-letter acronyms. ERP systems provide a centralized repository for data management, collaboration, and decision-making. It is foundational business technology. So to start your digital business transformation, you got to implement an ERP system. Which brings us to the third question. How does the business use data to increase profitability? To understand this question, we first have to understand what's known as the data life cycle and value chain. Raw data itself has no value. It's basically free. It is the transformation of that data that creates value. When you collect business data, you must subject it to guidelines, to procedures, to systems, in order to maintain the quality, integrity, security, and compliance for that data. That's the first transformation that creates value. When you subject your data to data governance and data management, you've created the first level of value. The second transformation occurs when you collect, integrate, and consolidate your various data groups and put it in a data warehouse. The data warehouse acts as a single source of truth for the business. That single source of truth enables historical analytics, which allows you to ask two very important questions about your business. Number one, what happened? Number two, why did it happen? The value created by this transformation is that the business is able to learn from its own history. Once we have a data warehouse, the contents are subjected to the third and most valuable transformation. Data is used as fuel for machine learning algorithms, which produce training and validation data sets that are then ingested by AI applications. AI apps enable analytics that predict the future, answers beyond what happened and why it happened. It can provide answers to questions like, hey, is it likely to happen again? Or, what's likely to happen next? Or, what should we do next? These questions about the future can be answered by predictive and prescriptive analytics. It is AI that allows a business to extract the most value from its data by predicting its future. This includes predicting and prescribing how the business can increase its profitability. So let's get back to those two questions that I promised to answer today. I already answered the first question, which is how to get started. You get started on your digital transformation journey by implementing an ERP system. And I've hinted a little bit to my answer to the second question, which is how do I measure the digital maturity of my business? Let me reveal my complete answer to that second question now. There are 5 major levels of digital maturity. And these levels have multiple ratings, but basically they can be mapped to the data lifecycle and value chain. When a business is collecting its data in an ERP system, that's level 1. When a business has subjected that data to data management and governance, that's level 2. When a business has a data warehouse, that's level 3. When a business has enabled historical analytics, that's level 4. And when a business has enabled predictive and prescriptive analytics in its business, that's level 5. And that's how you measure the digital maturity of a business. So I want to do a quick survey with the audience, those of you who are involved in a business of some kind. How many of you are at least at level 2 of digital maturity? Can you raise your hands, please? Either you haven't heard me, or really there's not that many here who are at level 2. And that's common. In the Philippines, less than 80%, only 80%, in the Philippines, more than 80% of businesses are not even at level 1. So that's pretty common, okay? That's how you measure your digital maturity. So let me conclude with a shameless plug for my employer. You didn't really think I would come up here and talk without trying to sell you something, right? So Surpass is the only publicly listed publicly listed software technology company on the Philippine Stock Exchange. We are software experts, first and foremost. We live, eat, and breathe software. We have a couple of software business units at Surpass. Software Builders provides custom software development services on a project basis, and Flex IT provides IT staff augmentation for usually a minimum of 3-month duration. Surpass also provides and supports intelligent expert systems, such as ERP Next, what we call the Easy ERP. We also support Microsoft Dynamics, SAP, NetSuite, and actually other ERPs, but ERP Next is significantly more affordable and easier to implement than all the other ones. Then we have Surpass AI Lab. It is an all-Filipino provider, and I have to emphasize all Filipino because everybody else uses foreign counterparts. We provide end-to-end solutions for enabling AI and data science in your business. This enablement can take the place of, for example, a ChatGPT implementation to enhance your sales and marketing functions, to deeper integration of AI into your core business data and processes and workflows. If you need AI work done at all, Surpass can help. Okay, now, I'd like to tell you a little bit about what we've done so far in the area of AI and show you a video at the end. So just a few months ago, we realized that we actually had this business data in an ERP system, and in preparing for this, we said, why don't we try to do something about this to demonstrate what we can do in terms of AI. So we took the raw data that we had from our recruitment efforts, so this is a recruitment database as part of our HRIS. We process literally thousands of applications in a year. So we took all of that data, and then we fed it. As I said earlier, we put it into a proper data warehouse. We then had some AI models ingest it, and then we had it process it so that it would be able to produce on a weekly basis a report. And that report would give us a status of our recruitment efforts and where we stood in terms of the demand for our talent. But we thought it would be nice if we, instead of giving you a report, like, when you click on that link on the email and says, click here for the report, we thought that maybe instead of give you a spreadsheet or a PDF report, it would be nice if you can get something kind of like this. No audio.
This is our agenda for today.
Can you start
As of
that
June
over,
5th,
please?
this is that the tech resource allocation looks like. There are 33 resources allocated digital talents,
Can you replay
40
that, please?
resources.
Because you missed the first 5 seconds.
Hi, Andy. I am pleased to present your operations report for this week. This is our agenda for today. As of June 5th, this is that the tech resource allocation looks like. There are 33 resources allocated digital talents, 40 resources allocated to software builders, and 5 allocated to X3. There are currently 23 resources in the bench. For digital talents endorsements, as of last week, there were 195 endorsements for the month of May. 70 of them failed the initial interview, 28 failed the technical exams, 24 are waiting of a client interview schedule, 20 withdrew their applications, while 11 have scheduled technical interviews. That's my report for this week. Thank you for your time.
So if you're the CEO of your company, wouldn't you rather see that on Monday morning than read a bunch of reports? Everything about that, by the way, was AI generated. Even the woman is not a real person. It's AI generated. The important thing to note here is that all of this can be automated. The collection of data, the transformation of that data in order to produce the kinds of reports that you want, and then even taking the report itself and having that ingested by another AI, which allows you to produce that kind of a video for your reports. Now, we have a table back there, some expert team members to help you out. They're all good-looking people. If you can look back there up the right side, They're all good-looking people, they're all smart people, but I'd like to point out that our Chief Technology Officer, Andy, is back there. There's nobody else who knows more about implementing AI in a business than Andy does. So if you want to take a few minutes just to say hi to him and have a bit of a chat about AI and implementing it in your business, Andy would be a great resource to talk to. For me, I got to say that it would also be nice to have a chat. If you guys want to have a chat, I'll be around for the next few hours. If you want to reach out to me, I'm on Telegram and Messenger, 𝐄𝐝𝐢𝐭𝐢𝐨𝐧. I guess that's it. So thank you very much for listening, and have a good conference ahead of you.